Don't ask me to talk.
From the sublime to the ridiculous.
Join me, Stacey Heller,
And me, Eric Ryder.
as we talk about what's good to watch, read, see, listen to, and more.
An edutaining 1-hour break in your day that includes the segment, What Are We Eating? Sponsored by Dingfelder's Delicatessen.
Stick with us for something good. Hey everyone, welcome to Don't Ask Me to Talk here on Kixie. Hello to my co-host, Eric.
Good afternoon. Happy summer.
Happy summer. It's official. It happened, the solstice was on Tuesday, I think.
That's right.
It's so exciting.
And right on time.
Right
the
on
weather
time.
switched to summertime.
It's amazing. It's like Seattle toes the line. So hey, if you have never listened before, then this program is like a love letter in 3 parts to what Eric and I think. Actually, it's mostly me. Eric is along for the ride. Like, let's be honest here. He's just a amenable guy. So it's what we think is good enough to share with the world. Somehow I have gotten into this routine of sharing. It's National Fill in the Blank Day. And who doesn't want to talk about things that we're celebrating? So that's a good thing. And then, of course,
Summer is a time for celebration.
Right?
So why not, create some more things to celebrate?
Exactly. And we have some good ones today. And then we also, of course, have the topic that we're supposed to talk about. This week, it happens to be fashion. And we're going to have a guest.
Turn to the left.
Exactly.
Turn to the right.
Vogue.
Fashion.
Vogue. Oh, I mean, you and I, we're all over this, clearly. And then, of course, we have the segment that is, What Are We Eating? With Vance Dingfelder of Dingfelder's Delicatessen. So,
he was kind enough to bring in food last week, and man alive, good times. I've been singing the praises of the Dingfelders for a long time, but, you bring in the sandwich, you're really going to get my praise because that was a good sandwich.
he put
And the cheesecake also.
Oh, the cheesecake?
And the black and white cookie. And
the whole thing.
yeah, we could spend the whole show just talking about what we ate last week.
It's true. He brought...
Probably not the best use of our time,
No.
but just hats off again to
Oh,
Vince.
totally. And we'll talk about it, I'm sure, with him. I do want to thank everyone who listens live to the show. And of course, this is available as a podcast. So, reminder, hey, if you like the show and you like sharing what's good, then let people know about it. Or you can share the podcast, subscribe, you can rate and comment. It actually helps us out so that we can continue to share this. You also might like my other show that is on our sister station, KKNW. That airs on Tuesdays at 3 o'clock. It's called Stacey Connects, and it is me making connections through conversation. And Eric, of course, is there for that show too. So if really you're just in this for Eric, he's there.
Nobody's in it just for me.
Well, we make a good team. Reminder, if you have some ideas or something good you want to share or a topic, please, please, please text or call 475-999-2726. Yep, go ahead.
475-999-BRAN.
Bran and Cram seem to be the leaders here. I would like to know what our listeners think. What feels the most appropriate for the show? And hey, if you want to figure it out for yourself.
Or just which one did you remember, I think, because that's the one we'll hammer home.
Yeah, actually, that's true. That is totally true. We are cramming it down their ears.
That's
so,
right.
All right.
Or, if 475-99 Zapco sticks in your brain, then maybe we'll go with that one.
Oh, that's a new one.
Yeah.
Look at you bringing up something from the back. It's like a derby. Who's coming in from behind? Okay, so National Day. There's a few today. I think it is worth mentioning that in honor of summer starting on Tuesday, today is National Hydration Day.
Ah, yes.
Right?
You got to hydrate, especially in the summer.
Gotta hydrate, especially in the summer. And I'm gonna give you a little tip. So those water bottles that you are, of course, reusing, you're not buying the plastic water bottles naturally. But at the end of the day, instead of throwing your water down the sink, use it to water your plants, either inside the house or outside the house. And I think about all of the areas around the country that are dealing with water shortages, and throwing water down the drain just feels like throwing water down the drain in a bad way.
Bad idea, Jeans.
I mean, so I'm just saying, so for National Hydration Day, keep hydrated, but when you've got that extra water, use it to water your plants, use it to water your plants outside.
Waste not, want not.
Exactly. I think that we now need to have like the rain barrel on a small basis for homes, which is what people used to do when it rained. They had the rain barrel at the bottom of the gutter to collect water, and then they could use it for things.
People still do that.
People still do it.
Yeah.
So just be aware out there. Wow, I sound like an old episode of Hill Street Blues. Okay, now.
Are you the Dennis Franz character?
No, I'm the guy.
He was on Hill Street Blues, right?
I think so.
That was slightly before my time, so it's like I have like very vague memories of it.
It's like the captain that he'd be like, be careful out there after he like told everybody what the cases were. Okay, it is also National Pecan or Pecan. Which do you say?
I believe that I say pecan until someone asks me, and then I just doubt myself entirely and think that I must say the other thing.
It's funny because I want to say like pecan pie because that feels...
I don't say pecan, that's for sure. I say pecan, but I think there's slight variations on that.
Yeah, well, it's National Pecan Sandy's Day.
Sounds good.
It does sound good. However, it's an interesting, it feels like a dry cookie on National Hydration Day.
That's true.
Isn't that like...
But you wash it down with some liquid.
Right.
And it's all good.
And it's all good. It is also, speaking of before your time, it's National Typewriter Day.
Oh.
So back in the olden days when I went to college, I was given as a graduation gift a typewriter that I carried off to college and typed up my papers and used my whiteout thanks to, I think it was like Mike Nesmith's mother from the Monkees that invented whiteout or some weird fact.
That's true.
Yeah, right?
Mm-hmm.
So thanks to her, I had my whiteout that I would then type over. And I would type up all my papers, and that's what I did. And now they're generally obsolete and collectible, dare I say it?
Yeah, you know who collects old typewriters?
Yes.
America's dad.
Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks.
Yes.
That's right.
I did know that. Look at me knowing something like that. That's kind of a cool collection.
Yeah.
I feel like at the...
Takes up a lot of space.
Well...
that would be the problem.
So it's making me think of at the Chihuly Garden and Glass Museum.
Mm-hmm.
If you go into the cafe, there's... I think it's called the Collections Cafe, maybe. And all over the walls and on the tables and things, there's collections of things. And I feel like there's a collection, I want to say, of what are the things that make noise that you go in and out? Come on, Eric.
The things that make noise that you go in and out.
Accordion.
Okay.
Oh, my gosh.
Just looked like you were waving your hands
madly.
I know. This is the accordion.
Yeah, well... I'm doing it because I'm a one-man band who's trying to make money on a street corner. So there's a desperation to it. So it reminds me of that. Like if you had that
I'm your monkey over here.
Exactly.
In the little suit.
Exactly.
Trying to collect change.
So
from the folks.
Have you ever seen the Collections Cafe?
I haven't. I'll have to check that out.
Have you been to the Garden and Glass Museum?
No, because as we've talked about on a previous
Tacoma.
episode, I live in Tacoma, and we are drowning in Chihuly artwork.
It's true. It's true. Okay. Well, if you ever get the opportunity to go to it, and maybe somebody else pays for it, go in and check it out. And the Collections Cafe is really cool.
I'm sure it's really cool.
As I understand it, it's he's got collections of various things, and that's where to put it. But I think hanging typewriters on walls could be cool.
There you go.
I mean, I'm just saying, Tom.
You're halfway to a new cafe.
Hey, Tom, if you want to go into business with me, right? You could call it something like Extra Extra, Eat All About It. I mean, I'm just saying.
That's pretty good.
Thank you. Thank you very
That's
much.
not bad.
I'm here every Thursday from 3 to 4. Okay. Well, so those are the national days you need to know about. It's also National Pink Day, not the singer, the color.
And in honor of that, you wore pink today. So
I did.
Nice going.
Thank you.
Was that on purpose or is that just a happy accident?
That is a happy accident. Sometimes it is better to be lucky than good.
Wow. And that, really brings us to our topic of fashion today, which I know we're going to talk about after the break.
Yes,
But
we are. So,
what a nice segue.
I mean, it's like you've done this before.
Yeah. And I'm not wearing pink. I typically don't have much pink in my closet, but maybe I should.
Maybe you should. We'll talk about that. We have a guest that's joining us, Pamela Forgreave of Michael Bruce Image Consulting. We're going to take a quick break, and then when we come back, we're talking fashion. Don't ask me to talk.
Stay tuned for more Don't Ask Me to Talk with Stacy and Eric.
Stacy Connects. It's not just my business, it's my superpower. Whether you need the right tone and messaging for a new venture, or you've plateaued with your current one, I can help. I connect clients with themselves and their potential. Then, I identify unique solutions that translate your brand into messaging that connects your target audience with your business. Go to stacyconnects.com to connect with me and your messaging.
Interested in learning something new? Meeting someone new? Find out things that we have in common? Well, of course you are. You're a human being. So let's get intentional about it. Join me, JDK Winnikin, every week and get all of that in less than an hour. I'm a writer, a historian, a social commentator, and my show is all about you. Really, that's what it's called. This show is all about you. Get my perspectives on the week's news and hear fascinating guests whose stories will inspire and move you. My show is all about giving you something that connects us. Join me Mondays on Kixie 880 at 3 p.m. or download it as a podcast.
Can't get enough of Stacy and Eric? Then be sure and check out Stacy Connects with Stacy Heller wherever you find podcasts. Stacy chats with guests about a variety of topics, hoping to make a connection through conversation.
Don't ask me to talk. Welcome back to Don't Ask Me to Talk. Before the break, Eric pointed out that on this National Pink Day, I'm wearing a pink dress, and how much of a perfect segue it is to this next topic, which is fashion. Eric and I are feeling semi-confident about this. I think it's safe to say Eric a little less so than me.
Well, you're on a show where you talk about fashion every week.
Yeah, but I represent the people. So, all right.
But you're a well-dressed woman, You're a business professional. You put your best foot forward every week. And so, you're a little more plugged into that fashion world than I am. I tend to go on instinct, but of course, as I listen into Wisdom to the Wardrobe every week, I'm picking up some style tips.
I love that.
So, yeah.
I love that. Okay. So, by the way, our guest today, I mentioned it before the break, is Pamela Forgreave of Michael Bruce Image Consulting and the radio show and podcast called Wisdom from the Wardrobe. So the show itself airs live on Mondays at 12 o'clock until 12:30 on our sister station, KKNW. And the show is also available as a podcast, pretty much wherever you listen to podcasts, or you can go to their website, michaelbruceimageconsulting.com, and they have all of the podcasts listed there. So
that's right. And podcasts are very fashionable nowadays.
Very fashionable. And Pamela, she really, she takes it to the next level because in addition to the podcast, she actually creates a Spotify playlist that coordinates like an accessory should with the show.
Very nice.
So, hey, Pamela, how are you?
Hi, Stacey. I'm good. Thanks for the hype. I appreciate that.
Oh, yeah. I'm your hype girl. Well,
You certainly are.
on the show, you're like the wrangler of a family of cats. With the show has the founder of Michael Bruce Image Consulting, Bruce Flammer, who I think this past week you described him as bougie street.
Yeah, I think the title was Baron of Bouge.
Right. And he keeps trying to convince us that he's very street. And then we have Beck Relier. She is part of the team as well. And we've got Pamela. And then me, to a lesser degree, I like to joke that I am the voice of the people. Because when it comes to fashion, there's a very specific philosophy that Michael Bruce Image Consulting has about style versus trend versus fashion. So
Absolutely.
you want to tell people what that is?
Sure, I can do that. But maybe I should point out, first of all, as an image consultant, how is it I didn't know that it was Pink Week?
It's only Pink Day.
Oh,
and
well, Pink Day.
It's not too late. And your lipstick has a pink tint to it.
Yeah, well, okay. It's more berry, but yeah, all right.
Okay. And this is how you know she's a
Details.
professional. I didn't give you the memo. I am so sorry.
That's okay. I was, I'm in the flow. It's all good. Yeah. So like you mentioned, when we talk to people about style, there's always this idea or the confusion really that when we talk about it, we're talking about fashion. And fashion is something really different. Fashion is what you see come down the runway. It's the ideas that the designers come up with. And usually it's based on kind of what's going on in the world, what's happening socioeconomically, artistically. That's their interpretation of the world around them. And that comes down the runway. That's one thing. It's not the kind of thing that most people are going to be wearing and wandering around the streets of their local mall, right? So
Right.
then...
I mean, Kim K, yes.
Do
But
you
she's
know
not.
her?
No. and the people, as in me, do not know her.
Exactly. And that's really, it's geared towards the celebrities and people walking the red carpet. And some of it is sometimes kind of for the shock factor or the wow factor. That's not negating anything to do with the fashion. I mean, it's artistic, it's creative. The construction of it is always fantastic. But when we live in the real world, there's then the next step. That's where manufacturers then take, or other designers take what they've seen or what's coming down the runway and then turn it into a trend. And a trend is something that comes through seasonally, right? So most of us make up our wardrobes with great basic pieces. The trends are the things that are, you augment your wardrobe with. And this season, when we talk about trends, it's things like platform shoes, the mini skirts, the cutouts. Those are the trend pieces. You can't build an entire wardrobe on those. Those are things to add in for the little bit of pizzazz or a little bit of fun.
Right.
And
Experiment
then
a
style.
little.
Yeah, exactly. To have a little bit of fun with your style and add different things in that maybe seem a little bit outside of your reach or that aren't your everyday, your norm, but your style is something that's actually innate within you, right? It's how you view yourself, how you want to communicate who you are to the world. So it's 3 different stages, and we deal with the style of it, the authenticity of who somebody is with their style, whether that is an interpretation of bohemian or classic or preppy. That's style. That's not a trend or a designer piece coming down the runway.
Hey, quick question on designer pieces. You two are more observant of, designers and the runway stuff than I am, but it seems to me that I've never seen a piece worn on a runway actually make it to a store intact. Have you? I mean, it seems like it's always changed before it's manufactured for the masses.
It seems, yeah, there's I have 2 answers to that, and Pamela is even more well-versed in this than I am, so she'll, I'm sure, add something. One, it seems like celebrities, if they're doing like a press junket sometimes or a red carpet event, they'll wear something that is either right off the runway or an adaptation. Like, I like that, but I want, short sleeves or I want it short. And then the other thing I'll say is they tried for a while, and I don't know if they're still doing it. Some designers trying to do kind of like ready to wear. It can be available in stores right away. But that is definitely different than the couture shows that I think you're referencing.
Yeah.
Pamela, anything to add?
Yeah, no, you're spot on, Stacey. I mean, I haven't really seen anything that was a direct hit from the runway into the stores. And some of that may be where we live, but I don't think so. I mean, if you go to New York, there may be more of that kind of direct translation, or in LA, obviously, in those meccas where the celebrities tend to be. But for the most part, I don't think there's this really, and I think if it's the more outlandish thing, that's definitely not going to translate into the
Right.
stores. If it's more kind of in line with regular clothing, but it's more about cuts and finish, you might well see those. But when you're talking about things like, I think it was Balenciaga that has the head to toe rubber suit, cat
Okay.
suit.
I was literally just going to mention that. And like the fact that that Kim Kardashian has been wearing some variation of that, like a ton.
Mhm.
And I'm like, you can get that on Amazon. It's called a morph suit. I mean,
Yeah.
right? I mean, it's like, okay. I mean, it's a
Yeah.
lot cheaper. Maybe the colors aren't as good and the fit is not as tight.
Mhm. Well, I mean, that's an interpretation when it comes to the stores, right? So Balenciaga have done that in latex. It's head to toe, faces covered. But one of the trends for the season is actually a cat suit, right? Which is brought back in from the 90s. But nobody, I don't want to say nobody in their right mind because somebody might, but you're not going to find the head to toe face covered cat suit in latex in a store. It's just not going to translate well, and it's not going to have any staying power or buying power. Yeah. So
Right. Well, and then taking the idea of a head to toe cat suit, and
Mhm.
I'll speak for the people. It's going to be a select few that actually opt for that, and if you can wear that and rock it, God bless. By the way, but then you could then do a jumpsuit, like
Mhm.
one of those like utility suits, and even men can wear those, right?
Yep.
They're on trend for men, and so it kind of goes to that again, the distillation from the fashion to the trend to like what works
Mhm.
with your style.
Right. And you actually hit right on it there, that segue of interpretation from the cat suit. What we're seeing here is the utility suit or the boiler suit or the jumpsuit. I think I've maybe seen one or two actual cat suits in store, but I've seen a lot more of those utility type, what some people would describe as a boiler suit. And I'm all on board for that one because I think it has more practicality values for it. More people can wear it and feel comfortable in their own skin wearing it. Whereas a cat suit, it doesn't leave a lot to the imagination, and that's not always everybody's cup of tea.
No, it makes me think of James Corden, the Late Late Show host, when he does some of his skits and he's wearing like a one piece, like,
Mhm.
suit thing that's tight. And I'm like, oh, nobody needs to see that.
Right. And great style is all about being 100% comfortable in your skin and your clothing.
Mhm.
And, a cat suit is probably not going to be a great way for some people to feel about themselves. If they do, I'm 100% on board with that.
So
and
you're
I
telling me I
applaud.
should take it back to the store.
Do we get a sneak preview first?
I know. I would like to see that, actually.
Yeah, me too, Eric.
Well, and it's
Nobody
sort of,
wants to see that.
I don't know. I mean, maybe somebody.
Keep it among friends.
Well, that makes me think of two things. One, it underscores the importance of alterations because
Mhm.
something like that you would totally need to have altered because a cat suit or a jumpsuit is not going to necessarily be ready to wear. And then I have a question for you. So when Eric and I last week we did the Wheelo topics and fashion came up,
Yeah.
it's like it feels like fashion is another F word, not a 4-letter one,
Mhm.
but definitely an F word, and that people get freaked out when the topic of fashion
And
comes up.
flustered
And flustered
and flabbergasted.
flummoxed. Yes, that's
No.
right. We are a thesaurus.
No, you're absolutely right. And for a lot of people, it's that intimidation factor whenever you mention the word fashion. And it's always connected with shopping and clothing, but it doesn't need to be. I think if we can change our mindset about how we think about fashion and what the importance or lack of importance it actually plays in our life, I think people will be less intimidated by it and see it for what it is. It's an art form.
Yeah, absolutely. Um, Okay, now tell me, I know about the show. I'm on the show. Let's talk about Wisdom from the Wardrobe a little bit and what it is that we talk about. So, Wisdom from the Wardrobe. There's a phrase that you say at the beginning of most of the shows. Share with people what it is.
Oh, now you put me on the spot. Can I remember it? Yes.
Yes, of course you can.
Serious about style, not so serious talk. So the idea behind the show is, as a team, we really love to educate people about great style, not in a way that we're talking at people and it's you must do this and you must do this. You know, we want to, what's the word that you use for it, Stacey? Is it edutainment?
We want to edutain people.
Yeah. So providing helpful information, tips, guidance, insight into style and trends as well, because we do talk about that on the show, but in a way that feels, you know, approachable for people and attainable. We want people to feel like they're sat around a coffee table with us, listening to us talk while enjoying a hot beverage or a other libation, if that's your thing, Stacey.
What?
Could be a cold beverage.
It could be.
It could be cold. It could be a gin and tonic. It could be Coca-Cola or Pepsi, whatever. But in a way that is, we want to add some humor into it, because we always find that you know, it's intimidating for some people to think about their own personal style, their personal branding, which is another thing that we talk about. So we want it to be fun. And we want it to be, you know, something that relatable for people and not so scary. And if they can take away an iota of information from the show, that's what we aim for.
Absolutely. So Eric is the in-studio producer for that show. And so each week he's there. Sometimes he gets pulled into it. So what do you think about the show? I mean, you're not going to say terrible things. I know that. But like... But generally, like, do you find, I mean, you might off mic, but do you generally find that you are learning things?
Oh, definitely. Yeah. I mean, if nothing else, I'm hearing what these goofball celebrities were wearing on the red carpet when you do like an award show roundup, which is fun because I don't follow that stuff at all. But I like to know what's going on in the world, and when somebody's being talked about quite a bit for their, you know, particular outfit, it's like, oh, okay.
Well,
now,
he's like
now I feel like I'm in the loop,
right?
You know?
You're on your computer, like looking it up, doing searches.
I'm getting that hot goss.
And who is this Jack Harlow guy with his velvet tuxedo?
Right. I had no idea, but yeah.
And do I need one?
Everyone needs one.
A Jack Harlow or a velvet tuxedo?
Both.
Eric, can you think of any more questions since we have our subject matter expert on?
Yeah. What kind of trends are we seeing this year? I mean, for summer 2022, anything particularly interesting that stands out? You mentioned like cutouts. You mentioned the boiler suits. But what about, you know, what you're seeing in the stores that you think is a particularly cool new look for folks?
I don't know whether I would say it was cool necessarily, but what we are seeing a majority of is the cutout trend, which, you know, Stacey likes to say that summer 2022 hates her. I don't think that's true. But...
Okay. To be fair, I bought a cutout sweater that had a little paisley shape around the clavicle. And I was like, how is it that my body can seep out of my clavicle and look like a piece of sausage that had been ripped and the meat's coming out? So you're welcome for that. But you know, the cutout thing, you know,
but just let's clarify for folks, because this show, I mean, it attracts all different kinds of folks, not necessarily the fashion crowd. So what are we talking about when we're talking about cutouts? Is that like women's dresses or more skin revealing?
It is, but not always necessarily in a provocative way. I mean, the cutouts can be small, but we're talking, you know, cutouts kind of in the midriff area, on sleeves for those that were looking for more conservative, on the side of dresses. So, the placement is key. And I think a lot of that depends on your body type and your level of comfort with those. But yes, it's basically taking pieces of material out of the clothing and in strategic places. So it could be a keyhole on the chest. It could, like I said, midriff or the side. Slits are also, up the upper skirt is also another way to kind of think about cutouts. It's not technically a cutout, but it's definitely one thing that we
It's a
are
cut.
seeing.
It's a
It
cut.
is a cut.
And the cutout thing, I think, is I think it's fair to say that that's exclusively women.
Yeah, I haven't seen a whole lot for guys. I've seen one or two, but really, what's unfortunate is when those trends translate, we definitely see more of it for the women than we do for the guys. I always feel like the guys are a little bit left behind when it comes to fashion and trend. Not exclusively, but certainly there's more to talk about for women, which is unfortunate. What else am I seeing? The platform shoes. Again, I don't know that I love it. I mean, again, it's kind of we're harking back to another era. There are some slight differences from what we've seen in the past, but definitely, kind of chunky platform Mary Janes and peep toes for the summer. We're talking a good couple of inch platforms,
which seems so heavy and counterintuitive for summer.
It really does.
I finally found a pair of espadrilles that I am loving. And that go back a little bit to the Papagallo espadrilles that my mother wore in the 70s and 80s. Closed toe, simple, not too high, loving them.
Yeah. I definitely seen a lot of going back to another era. One thing that I'm seeing a lot of in the stores is yellow, bright yellow, which I absolutely love. Just that kind of sense of joy with that. In fact, I was at the mall yesterday shopping and some great yellow dresses that just have that, there's the sun, or at least we're waiting for the sun here in the PNW, but, a sense of joy with color. Suiting is something that we're seeing in certain stores as well. Some of it's a little oversized, some of it's a little micro. I've definitely seen a few crop jackets. Mini skirts back, whether you love them or hate them, they're here.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay. I do love the color that seems to be. We talked about this on an episode of Wisdom from the Wardrobe. The colors for the spring and summer, and the brighter, and there's some more joyful colors. As you said.
And I think definitely the last couple of years, we've definitely had that kind of subdued feeling to clothing and coloration, and the Pantone colors that we've talked about on the show. In fact, we talk about them seasonally. Certainly last year were very kind of autumnal, even in the spring summer, which felt kind of drab. But I think it was kind of indicative of the what was going on in the world. So, but now it feels as though there's a little bit more playfulness coming. It's like more color, more joy. We kind of. We're crawling out of our cave, and we want the brights, the juicies, It's
like what's the song? I think it's from Oklahoma. That's like June is busting out all over.
Yes,
right.
Sing us some more, Stacey.
No, you don't want that. Eric is like, I have no idea what you're talking about. But it's like
I've heard of Oklahoma.
Yeah,
I'm not familiar with
it's
the songs.
Just this the colors are bursting out, and it's like we're coming out of a pandemic and COVID and. The season, and there's just a brightness and a exuberance to the colors more so than in past seasons.
I think lots of white color, oversized shirts, jackets, that lots of some kind of the feeling of freedom. Thinking about some of the stuff is almost a little bit 70s, a little bit 60s, where life maybe felt a little freer, and some of that is translating into the clothing. That's my take on it, my interpretation. Everybody else has their own idea of why things are coming out and being the way they are, but that's kind of the feeling I'm getting from this season. Is it's like, let's have some freedom, some joyfulness, some carefree.
I love that. Who doesn't need that? Yeah,
everyone.
Right? I mean, everybody needs it. Everybody needs it. All right. Well, this was kind of fun.
A lot of fun.
Obviously, I love talking about this stuff. And we talk about it every week on Wisdom from the Wardrobe. Pamela, if people are... So, by the way, everybody, if you haven't caught on, Michael Bruce Image Consulting is it's an image consulting company, a.k.a. stylist, that works with people on their look, helping them figure out what their style is, helping them get out from under the literal baggage that is weighing down their closet and the figurative baggage that is weighing down their mind, and helping them emerge feeling confident and feeling authentically themselves. How did I do? That was pretty good.
You did great. Yeah. I mean, that's what it's all about for us as a team, is just making sure that anybody that we come into contact is left feeling really positive about themselves and their personal style, and doing it from, kind of working on the inside out. What is it you're feeling? How can we make you feel, happy and confident and poised and elevated, but all in a way that is positive. Everything about style and I don't want to say fashion, but should be a positive experience for people. And quite often we find that it's not, and we want to change that for people. And that's kind of at the core of what we do, is just making people feel fantastic about their personal style, their personal brand, whether it's everyday wear, workwear, bridal, we cover it all.
Oh, yeah, you do. So do you want to share a call to action if people want to listen to the show? I mentioned you can listen to the show Mondays at noon on KKNW.
Correct. Or you can find us on all the major platforms, Spotify, iTunes, all of those. Wisdom from the Wardrobe with Michael Bruce Image Consulting. Or you can go to our website, which is www.michaelbruceimageconsulting.com. That's a nod to Beck on our team. It's a nod
to Beck.
Yes, exactly. Where you can find every single one of the podcasts that's there. Or if you have a question that you want to ask us, you can fill in the contact form and just send us a style question. We can answer it on air, or we can send you an email. Or if somebody's interested in finding more out about Michael Bruce Image Consulting, they can fill in our personal style assessment on our website.
Yeah.
Well, I've got a fashion tip for folks. I was just going to say, if you are doing the cutouts, which is very on trend, as we learned, sunblock those spots.
Yes.
Otherwise, you're going to get some goofy looking sunburns. And
Eric's PSA.
Yes. And I got a goofy sunburn because I missed part of my forehead while I was putting on sunblock this last weekend, and it's not fun.
It's not just the cutouts, any lace or mesh, any of that, because I've done that too, where I've had like a mesh top on and forgot the sunscreen underneath it. Yeah. Chainmail.
And then you're wearing a red mesh shirt when you take it off. Yep.
Exactly. So there you go. I mean, there's the fashion fail. So remember, wear your sunscreen. And thank you, Pamela, for talking about fashion with us and helping people maybe see that it is not the F word that they think it is.
Mm-hmm. Well, thanks for having me on the show. I appreciate it.
Of course. Okay. So we actually got to spend some time talking about our topic today, which was lovely.
What a unique, fabulous trend that
right?
that we're embracing to actually talk about our topic.
I know. We don't have to cut anything out. Ha, ha, ha. I know. I can't be batting 1,000 always. When we come back from our break, we are, of course, going to be talking with Vance Dingfelder for his segment, What Are We Eating? So keep listening. We'll be right back. And thanks again to Pamela Forgrave. Stacy Connects. It's not just my business, it's my superpower. Whether you need the right tone and messaging for a new venture, or you've plateaued with your current one, I can help. I connect clients with themselves and their potential. Then, I identify unique solutions that translate your brand into messaging that connects your target audience with your business. Go to stacyconnects.com to connect with me and your messaging. Don't ask me to talk. Welcome back, everybody, to Don't Ask Me to Talk. Loved having a conversation with Pamela today about fashion. If you want information and you weren't able to get whatever it is that you needed to connect with them, remember, you can call or text 475-999-2726. So remember, you can connect with us. Also, a reminder about Operation Teddy Bear Lift. That is still happening, and that is a collaboration, again, with our sister station, Warm 106.9. You can go to warm1069.com and find details about donating. Just go to the community tab, and you will see where it says Operation Teddy Bear Lift. Okay. So we are catching Vance Dingfelder of Dingfelder's Delicatessen and Nourish Catering on the road. He has just made a delivery, and so welcome to the show, Vance.
Stacy, thank you. I've never done that on the road before, but it's been busy with deliveries, and so this was one that I couldn't get out of.
Well, I mean, whatever you have to do when you are the proprietor of a delicatessen and a catering business, you need to do what needs to be done.
Right.
You do whatever it takes, Stace.
Exactly.
And honestly, the delivery, we just partnered with DoorDash.
Oh.
And DoorDash will deliver up to a 10-mile radius of the delicatessen.
Very nice.
And if you ever want to check and see if you're a 10-mile radius, all you have to do is, what was that app last week, Eric?
Oh, what was the app that you shared?
It was Maps, right? It was Maps.
Oh, Google Maps.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right, just punch in Dingfelder's Delicatessen to your place, and if it's less than 10 miles, you can actually get it delivered.
Yeah, I'm sure DoorDash will tell you that as well if you just open that app.
They may, but sometimes you just want to check.
Sure.
Wow, that's exciting news.
It is really, because before with Postmates it was only 5 miles, and that's not very far. But now we can come to the east side.
Very nice.
Which is opening up a whole new world of possibilities. There's just one DoorDash driver who loves to take stuff to the east side, and I ran into him, and he goes, man, I take your stuff all over. They go to Kirkland and Redmond, and I'm like, what?
Wow. Okay,
So
that's good to know.
it's kind of interesting how that is opening up. And I thought this would be a good opportunity, since I'm driving, doing a delivery to the east side. Unfortunately, it was for Celebration of Life. And, so clients of ours that have used Nourish and, hey, when you feed people, Stacy, you feed people good times, bad times, you're part of the family practically.
Right.
And, but I'm sure you want to talk about food, right? What are we eating?
What are we eating? I will say, by the way, thank you for the food last week. So,
Talk about a celebration of life.
right.
that sandwich and the cheesecake, that made me want to keep on living.
Well,
Oh, Eric.
and the
Enjoy.
egg salad was like the story of the loaves and fishes, because I ate some of it, and then Charlie ate some, and then our mutual friend Deanna was over, and she was like, "Is this Vance's egg salad? I'm finishing this," and then it was gone.
It's an antidepressant, did I tell you?
I mean,
Like I said, made me want to keep on living.
exactly,
And
exactly.
speaking of salads, it's so funny because, with the warmer weather, while a hot pastrami sandwich that's dripping and it's hot.
I'll take that any time of year.
Okay, there you go. You see?
Mhm.
Okay. Sometimes you might want something a little lighter, and I would have to recommend that you go with one of our salads.
Mhm.
We make all of the salads in house. And the turkey is good cold, and the tongue is good cold. In fact, one of my favorite sandwiches is a kosher beef salami and tongue combo with mustard and coleslaw.
Wow.
And it's amazing because, first of all, the salami is dry aged. We age it and dry it, and it really concentrates the flavors. The tongue is wonderful cold, as well as hot. But cold, it's almost like you're eating this amazing cold cut sandwich. You sit there and go, wow, this is really good. With a schmear chopped liver, it's over the top.
Okay, that
just-
feels very specific to me. Like that is
What?
definitely somebody who is like
deli.
yes, likes Jewish deli. And so like
Oh wait, it doesn't have to be Jewish, but the fact that I'm using glatt kosher salami and tongue, that that is kind of Jewish thing. But I mean, you've had tongue tacos.
no, I
Lengua?
haven't.
You've never had a lengua taco?
No.
Something to try.
Something to try.
Put it on the bucket list.
Yeah,
it's
don't
not-
taco shame me.
I'm not taco shaming you.
It's Thursday, not Tuesday.
I think you have taco and tongue envy. There you go. It's a tongue envy thing.
Oh, okay.
And it's not the same. Okay, the tongue that you have. I'm sorry about this construction that I'm driving by, but it's really.
Just drive safe.
That's
Don't they know the
okay.
Lord of the Sandwich is coming through?
Right? Exactly. You should
Lord
like
of sandwich. Stop
right.
sounding.
He should have flashing lights and a
Like,
siren. On that
exactly.
top
You
of
get
the
some
Ding
tongue and
Dongers
you get
mobile.
some tongue. A little
That's
Oprah
right.
meets
It's like a Ghostbusters ambulance. coming.
Meat.
All right, before we get you off topic,
meat.
you were talking about cold salads and how they're perfect for summertime.
Absolutely.
What is that? Was it? I didn't go off yet.
Oh, okay.
I was taken.
All right.
I love going off topic, and then I love coming back.
Yes. Well, there you go.
So the salads, right? Yes, we have the potatoes. They're very classic. The potato salad has, it's a wonderful salad that doesn't have many ingredients. It has celery and onion and egg and the potatoes, right? So, but it's great with a sandwich or a salad, a cold sandwich and a salad, or hot dogs even.
Oh yeah.
We're going to have hot dogs soon.
So
We're taste testing our hot dogs. So wait a minute. The other salads, right?
wait, but I have a question about your potato salad.
Have you ever had? Oh, go ahead.
Is it a vinegar or is it mayo?
Or a mustard.
Well, it's both.
Oh. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's vinegar, mayo, mustard. Yeah, it's all three. A little spice.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, some places lean on one of those more than the others. You're
Right.
saying you got a nice balance.
Yeah, it's a definitely it's a mayo dressing, and so is the coleslaw that we
Okay.
make. And that's also a mayo-based dressing. We do have health salad though, and the health salad is kind of just a delicatessen kind of thing, because it's called health salad, and the only reason I call it is because that's what it was called when I was a kid. And when I was a kid, it was, the same ingredients that I use. The only thing that I do differently is that I shred the cabbage instead of chopping the cabbage. I just think that it's just easier to eat. And that is, it's shredded cabbage, and then finely shredded red pepper and cucumber and onion. And I just honked at one of my employees. He was riding his bike.
Nice.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Hey, I mean, it's all happening
so-
in real time here.
This is live. This is live from New York.
Exactly.
It's Dingfelder's Delicatessen. And when I get to New York, that's when I will have made it.
Hey, if you can make it
Seattle-
there, you can make it
Seattle
anywhere.
Delicatessen, when I'm making it here, okay? And I'll tell you, people come from New York, people come from LA, and they want to stop before they hit the plane.
There you go.
Pretty cool. Anyway, the health salad is a vinaigrette base. So it's really finely the carrot, red pepper, cucumber, onion, cabbage with a vinaigrette, a really light vinaigrette that has a little bit of sugar in it, makes it a little sweeter, right? But it's wonderful. It's really refreshing and goes great with our pickles.
Oh, it's so good.
So the pickles our half-sour pickles are, and then our pickled tomatoes. The other salads that we make in-house are the tuna salad, our albacore tuna salad. It's a recipe that I have been making since I was 8 years old in my father's restaurant. It's the same recipe. It's basically albacore tuna, mayo, onion, celery. And then we have our whitefish salad. And I'm a whitefish guy, so the whitefish salad I'm pretty picky about, right?
Okay.
The way I made it, it only has whitefish in it that we've filleted and picked, and then a little bit of mayonnaise. That's it. Well, there is one other ingredient that I put in, and it's grains of paradise.
Ooh.
What's grains of paradise?
I think you once told
Yeah,
us.
what is grains of paradise? That's a good question.
I told Pete.
Oh.
I told you in the house.
Oh.
Grains of paradise was the original pepper that the Romans used to use when they were doing pepper, and until pepper was discovered. And the nice thing about grains of paradise is that it has kind of like, it's peppery, okay? There's heat to it. There's this really nice floral background. And
Interesting.
it's subtle. So it's not something that you're really going to notice when you mix it into food,
Okay.
but it does give a different flavor profile, and I like it in the whitefish salad. People seem to love our whitefish salad. We sell about 50 pounds a week.
Wow.
So, yeah, it's quite a bit, actually.
All right.
And we actually, it comes from New York, our whitefish. We do smoke our own smoked salmon in-house, but the whitefish, you got to get it from New York, and I get it, and it's flown out. It's fresh. That's the key, and it's sweet and delicious. But the smoked salmon we do in-house and the whitefish we get from New York, our whitefish salad. And then there's the smoked salmon salad. And the smoked salmon salad...
That's really good on a bagel.
Okay. I really just wanted to develop a smoked salmon salad because back east they have baked salmon salad, which is similar to ours, our smoked salmon, because it's kippered. But it's not the same as far as what we do because it's kind of, there's a few ingredients in it. Of course, a little bit of mayo, and we put dill in it.
Oh.
There's dill and pepper and a little bit, tiny bit of apple cider vinegar.
All right. Well, you can't give away all your trade secrets. And by the way,
Why not?
I know.
Why not?
Well, okay.
Let them have it.
So I'll tell you what. Because, of course, we're out of time now that you've once again made us hungry for cold salads that we can pack with your amazing pickles for a picnic.
Exactly.
Next week, can we just talk about all the different ways that Dingfelder's Delicatessen can do salmon?
Salmon 10 ways.
Right, exactly. So save that for next week because, of course, we're out of time. And but thank you for sharing all these different salad ideas. I now know that I can call DoorDash and get some of this stuff by the pound and make a salad and have an awesome kind of a sunny day.
You know what? You can. You know what, Stace? You can come visit the deli, and we're going to open up really soon.
Awesome.
And we always have a seat for you and Eric.
And we got to clarify that you are open and people can come, to the window and get the sandwich. You're just talking about the inside seating area is not yet open, but it will be soon.
We've wanted to open up 2 months ago.
Well, stuff
supply
happens.
chain issues. Supply chain. It's like.
It'll be worth the wait for sure. Thanks, Vance.
I turned it over, and it'll happen when it's supposed to happen. When
That's
we're
right.
supposed to open up, we're going to open up.
Absolutely.
Awesome. All right. Thank you,
Have a
sir.
wonderful week, you guys.
You too. Drive safe.
I will. Thank you.
Bye.
so hungry as usual.
I mean, honestly, the man, like, he can cook like nobody's business and he can talk like me. All right. So because we're like way out of time.
Yeah, we got to figure out what we're going to talk about next week.
All right, here we go.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
So the What's Good wheel has landed on hike again.
Ugh.
So do we respin or talk about
no.
hikes again?
We respin.
All right. let's
Respin.
We might need to start taking out topics after.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So have we talked about this already? I'm not sure. Social.
Social media, I think that means.
Yeah, I feel like we've been adjacent to this topic, but we may not have covered it.
So we're going to talk about social media.
Okay.
Like what social media, if any,
Or maybe
we engage
just
with.
getting social.
Oh, we'll talk about that. We'll surprise people. All right. Hey, everybody. Thanks for listening. Remember to listen to the show next week when we talk about something social.
That's right.
And definitely something good. Have a great week, everyone.
With so many options, why choose Arizona State University?
For me, the only online option was ASU because of the quality. Their faculty was really involved with their students and care about your personal journey. The dedication to my personal development from my professors, that's been extremely valuable to me.
Earn your degree from the nation's most innovative university. Online. That's a degree better. Explore more than 350 plus undergraduate, graduate, and certificate programs at asuonline.asu.edu.